Here we are, we're going to make a rainbow cupcakes. First thing you're going to need is candy melting wafers. These things can be purchased at craft stores like Michael's. I buy them at the Bulk Barn, which is a local bulk food store. And you can even purchase them online. They come by different brand names like Merkins and Wilton. And then you're going to need a template. You can just freehand these, but what I did is I went online and I just Googled rainbow template on images, and I just printed one out the size that I needed, and I just printed out an actual rainbow colors so I could see the sequence of colors to remind myself. Now this is just white buttercream icing in a Ziploc bag with the corner cut off. So you take your little rainbow template, and I thought that it didn't really seem big enough to me, so I just extended the rainbow a little bit here. Put a piece of waxed paper over top, and then melt the candy melting wafers in Ziploc bags at 50% power in the microwave for a couple of minutes, checking every 30 seconds or so. And then you're just going to cut a little corner of the bag and then just squeeze out the different stripes of color until your rainbow is finished. I intended to make these for St. Patrick's Day, but this was my intention. But these could be used for pretty much any occasion, I think. So there's all the colors that I'm putting on here. And when you're done, you're going to put this in the refrigerator to let it harden. I put it on a cookie sheet to do that, but you could have actually put the rainbow on the wax paper on the cookie sheet instead of having to transfer it. There's the cupcake, and I'm just going to ice the cupcake in green. That's just buttercream icing that's been tinted with food coloring. And then you're going to place the rainbow on top. And I'm just marking off where the rainbow is going to end up, just so that I can do the clouds. The clouds are made by just making little pillow-shaped round globs like that. And I'm going to put just 3 or 4 of them here on where so this is going to hold the rainbow in place. And just push the rainbow in. You can leave it just like that, but if you want to add some more, you can just go around and just squeeze off a few more of the little cloud shapes. Now they do have these little pointy peak things on there. Don't worry about those. You'll see what to do with those in a moment. So I'm just kind of adding them at will here, just to make it look like the rainbow is in the clouds, coming out of clouds on a green hillside. And there's plenty of room on the front of the cupcake if you want to draw an icing shamrock or something to that effect, or maybe put some gold coins for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And then once the icing is dry a bit, you can just take your finger or a spoon and just pat down the little peaks so that they look like little rounded mounds. And there you go, finished cupcake. Now I went online to look for St. Patrick's Day cupcake ideas, and this is what I found initially, right, my first idea. You take, you put little cloud shapes. Now this is the sour belt candy, and it comes in rainbow colors like this. And the cupcake online is you just cut a piece of the belt candy and then just stick it in the clouds so that you have a rainbow cupcake, just like that. But I found that, as you can see, the belt candy had a tendency to warp and kind of bend in the middle, and the rainbow lost its shape very quickly. So I don't know how to fix this. Maybe if I would have made a smaller rainbow, it wouldn't have bent as much, or maybe it was just the candy pieces I was working with weren't great. So there's the finished rainbow cupcake. As I said, there's plenty of room in the front to put something extra to make it into a St. Patrick's Day cupcake if you'd like. That's the back. As you can see, it's nice and smooth. And there's the candy sour belt rainbow.